It was painful. Like, you're not used to, one, your nipples being tugged on and sucked on. Well, I mean, hey guys. It's Amber and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today's video, as you can see in the title, is the first video of my breastfeeding series. I talked about this a little bit in another video, and I got a lot of feedback from people that said that they wanted me to get into breastfeeding stuff. So I decided, what better time? I decided, like, let me just share a few quick tips and things to expect when you start breastfeeding for all you mamas who are planning on breastfeeding or anything like that. Just a disclaimer, if you do not decide to breastfeed your baby, I have nothing against it. There was a lot of times where I felt like I didn't want to do it, I was gonna give up, and then, you know, whatever. As long as your baby is fed and healthy, mama, you do you, okay? I want you guys to do me one favor. Hit that thumbs up button right now. You can hit it in the middle of the video, you can hit it in the end, but you might as well hit it right now because we already here and it's right there. So hit it right now. Hit the subscribe button. You want to see my face? You want to see my face? Hit the subscribe button, and as I said, leave comments below. Let me know what you guys want to see. Anyway, let's get into this video, guys. So I have my LaCroix seltzer water flavored. This is a cranberry raspberry flavor, so good. I love sparkling water because sometimes I don't feel like drinking regular water, and that just gives me, but I also don't like to drink soda, so that just gives me a little taste of both. Okay, my first thing to tell you mamas is everybody's experience is completely different. My breastfeeding experience might be completely different from yours, and I just want that to be a disclaimer. Don't think that it's gonna be perfect. It's not all rainbows. It's not amazing. So that's the first thing. Like, you're watching breastfeeding videos to know what's gonna happen to you. You're watching breastfeeding videos to make sure that you do what is right in terms of breastfeeding. You are trying to get tips, but everything that other people say, you might have a completely different experience. So that is my first, like, little disclaimer thing, okay? Another thing for you to expect is one boob may possibly be bigger than the other. For me, one of my nipples are inverted. So Jaden, I try to put him on that boob a little bit, my right side, but he doesn't really get on it that much. This is his favorite boob. My left boob is his favorite boob. It's like the only boob he really gets full supply on, and I can pump about 8 ounces at a time out of this boob, and out of this one I'm here at like maybe 2 or 3. So this boob is like my poor man's boob. And it doesn't do what this one does, okay? But don't think that anything is wrong with you if you have one boob that's bigger than the other, or one boob that produces more milk than the other, because I believe that is completely normal. There is a side that babies usually favor, and that's just that. Like, it is what it is. And that gets me to my next point with the inverted nipple. You can still breastfeed your child with an inverted nipple. I spoke a lot with the lactation consultant at the hospital after I gave birth to Jaden, and I also met with a breastfeeding medicine doctor. If you need any information about lactation consultants and stuff, leave a comment down below. But they really encouraged me. They really spoke to me a lot about breastfeeding on with the inverted nipple, and I did try my best, and I still do have him latch onto it here and there because I wanted to like try to increase the supply on that one, but it's just not his favorite one to latch onto. Like, it takes him a little while. So that's just that on that, period. The next thing you mamas need to expect when it comes to breastfeeding is it is going to be painful. It is painful in the beginning. For me, I feel like it was painful. People say, oh, only in the beginning. I feel like I had pain breastfeeding for a few weeks, maybe like even a month and a half. It was painful. Like, you're not used to, one, your nipples being tugged on and sucked on. Well, I mean, but yeah, you're not used to your nipples really being sucked on in that way. And you're not used to your nipples being soaking wet, like, and leaking milk, and that letdown sometimes is painful. Like, these are all things that you must expect. And it took me a while because I was completely unprepared for the pain that I was going to experience. And yeah, like, it was painful. It really was. The next thing that you should expect is to continue to take your prenatals. I actually did very bad with my prenatals while I was pregnant, but now I'm like on top of them, because I had, like, when I would take the prenatals when I was pregnant, I was very like nauseous with them and stuff. Now I'm taking the prenatals, and I'm just taking it because I want to make sure that he's getting everything that he needs to get out of my breast milk in terms of nutrients and vitamins and everything like that. The next thing that you mamas need to expect is breastfeeding is an amazing bonding experience with your baby. I feel like Jaden, like, he just looks at me, we looking at each other when he's on my boob. He like has his hand like here, he's like rubbing on my boobs. And I just love, like, I love the experience of breastfeeding, and that's another reason why I decided to do this series, because I really love it. Like, I would love to continue to do it. I would love to do it with my future children, if I decide to have any future children. And you know, like, it is something that I really consider beautiful. A beautiful way for us to spend time together is something that only I can give to him. Like, his father can play with him, we both could play with him, we both can read to him, we both could talk to him, but I am the only person who can feed him from my body. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I love that. I love that feeling of being able to provide something for him that no one else can. Like, no one else around here can provide it for him unless you go and put him on a random person boobs. But my boobs is the ones he wants. Okay, so I love that. That gets me into my next point. My next thing that you mamas have to expect is, yes, you might have cluster feeding or nursing every 2 to 3 hours. Cluster feeding, I feel like I feel like I got cluster feeding very late. Like, in the beginning, I was able to feed him like every 2 to 3 hours, but then he started cluster feeding like maybe at 2 months old. Like, it would be times where he would be on my boob, get off, and then 10 minutes later he wants to be back on my boob and eat again. So yeah, but some people get cluster feeding early on, but it is something that you should expect. You should expect to have some kind of experience with cluster feeding and nursing every 2 to 3 hours. In the hospital, they will wake you up. I'm telling you that right now, they will wake you up. If you are breastfeeding, they will come and be like, did you feed your baby? If not, you need to feed your baby. And so don't expect to wait until you get home to start experiencing the sleepless nights, because you will have that when you first deliver your baby in the hospital. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is, do not be ashamed, do not be scared to give your baby a bottle if you are tired. In the beginning, there was times when I was exhausted from breastfeeding him so much, and I was pumping at the same time. So I used to be like, babe, can you please just go make a bottle? Like, my boobs need a little rest, my boobs need a little break, a little breather. Put him on a bottle, put a bottle in his mouth right now, let him suck on that, because I'm so over it. And there was a lot of times where I felt like that, And there's no reason for you to be ashamed. There's no reason for you to feel any less of a mother for wanting a break from putting a boob in a person on your nipple every minute. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. If anybody tells you there's something wrong with that, there's something wrong with them, and you can tell them to come see me. Okay, but now on the real though, like, yes, it's okay to want a break, and it's okay to want to give a bottle to have a break. Like, there is nothing wrong with that, and I don't want you guys to ever feel like that is a terrible thing. Okay, I feel like in the beginning I was like so stuck. I was like trying to be super mom, and I was like, no, give me him, he has to go on my boob, he has to go on my boob. And then I was like, he's getting breast milk, he's getting his nutrition either way, so put him on the bottle. It's fine, let him eat from the bottle for right now, like this one time out of the day. And now it's fine. Like, he has no problem with both bottle and breast. Like, there's no nipple confusion like people talked about. Like, he goes back and forth between the bottle and the boob, so it's fine. Another thing for you mamas to expect, and I talked about this in my postpartum video, and that was warm showers equals letdown. So when you get in the shower, sometimes I just turn the shower on and let the bathroom heat up a little bit, and my nipples start leaking. When I get out of the shower, my nipples are leaking. When I first get in the shower, my nipples are leaking. So the warm shower definitely makes your letdown happen, does whatever you want to call it, and your boobs will leak. So you need to be prepared. Once you get out the shower, be prepared, because you will be leaking the entire time. There was times where I was like lotioning my skin and I'm leaking, you know, so just be prepared for that. Another tip is, well, it's not really a tip, but it's like something that I didn't actually know until after. Apparently you do not need to wash your nipples with soap and water. You could just use water to wash your nipples. There's little bumps around your nipple, if you ever observed your nipple. Yeah, I got a couple, and apparently those release some kind of moisturizing thing that helps moisturize your nipples. Okay, so you don't want to soap your nipples up, because that's going to remove this natural oil from your nipples and cause that you know, make that not work anymore, and then they'll be dry, and that's when they really will be cracking and stuff. So only water on your nipples. And also, when you come out the shower, you really want to dab around your nipple area. You do not want to be wiping them super hard, because that'll hurt. But that's how painful my nipples were in the beginning, because even when I got out of the shower, like, I was scared to even touch my nipples, because I was like, oh my god, it's like a little sore. Another thing for you mamas to know is your breast milk actually can heal your breast. So when I was breastfeeding and my nipples were really sore and hurting, I would express a little milk and put them around my nipples, like massaging them around my nipples to help like kind of heal them a little bit from any cracking or anything that was going on. So that is a great thing. Breast milk is really gold milk. Like, they call it liquid gold for a reason. It does everything. One more thing that I need to tell you guys is just pay attention to your body. You do not want to go too long without either pumping or feeding or anything like that, because you don't want infections to happen and things like that. So pay attention to your body. Pay attention to the things that your body does during this process. That's the only way you'll learn how to master the breastfeeding process. So that is another important thing. The last thing I want you to know, and I want you to expect and be prepared for, is some people may shame you or try to give you advice or try to talk to you about why you're doing this or you're not doing this the right way. And as I said in the beginning of this video, your experience is tailored to you. Don't let nobody make you feel less of yourself for doing what you want to do or not doing something. And that goes for any aspect of your life, but especially for breastfeeding. And you are allowed to breastfeed in public, Personally, I haven't really been anywhere that I had to breastfeed in public because of corona and everything. Like, I really wasn't going to restaurants, but I did go to a restaurant actually 2 weeks ago. We went to Maryland and we were in a restaurant, and for the, not really in a restaurant but like outdoors, and for the first time I had to breastfeed outdoors in public. And I actually had covered my nipple a little bit, but then I thought about it, like, why the hell am I covering? Like, I don't have to. But that's just the type of person I am. Like, I don't wear certain type of stuff. Like, you know, I'm like a very conservative type of person. But you can do whatever you want. You could breastfeed wherever you want. It's literally a law. If anybody tells you anything about breastfeeding or put those away or anything like that, they could go to hell. Okay, period. Anyway guys, this is the end of this video. I hope that you guys liked it. I hope that you guys are encouraged and you know, feel like you can go and start your breastfeeding journey. I would love to hear about it. Leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe to my channel, all that, and get ready for the rest of my breastfeeding series because it's gonna happen and it's lit. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm so happy that you guys are watching, and cheers to breastfeeding. Bye guys.